This morning at just after 11 o'clock I had the honour to lay the wreath on behalf of the British National Party at the cenotaph in Burnley in my position as a North West MEP. We're filming now in Padiham, which is the neighbouring town. The wreath here was laid on behalf of our local councillors by Len Starr and as a county councillor by Sharon Wilkinson, the first time that's ever been done. Up and down the country, British National Party members have been laying wreaths in official and unofficial capacities in memory of our war dead. At memorial after sad memorial. Today was the first time I've laid a wreath for some decades. I, as a young teenager, 2 years on the trot, laid a wreath with my grandfather, who was a veteran of 4 years at the Hell in Flanders in the First World War, and our local village war memorial. He was by then too unsteady on his legs to bend down without possibly falling over. So as a young lad I laid the wreath with him on behalf of all his comrades in that terrible war. That little village war memorial had at most a dozen names, a huge number given the size of the village, but at most a dozen names on it. Here in Padiham you can see behind me, if you went all the way around the pillar, easily in excess of 100. They're picked out in gold because fairly recently, when we took all 3 seats here, our councillors, one of the first things they did was to have this war memorial properly cleaned up, because all the gold previously had peeled off. So here our people have honoured our dead twice over. As I say, up and down the country our people are doing the same in memory of the dead of the First and the Second World Wars, of the conflicts after that, the forgotten conflicts, Korea and Malaya, Aden, Kenyan emergency, many others. Of course the Falklands, that truly noble and just war to keep a part of our land populated by our people under our government. All those who died in Northern Ireland fighting against the Marxist IRA to preserve another part of Britain as Britain. Those who went and fought and died in the wars in Iraq and of course now in Afghanistan. This party is against those wars. They are nothing to do with Britain or the British people. But still, we honour the sacrifice of those men and women who fought and died on account of the lies told by the government, but in their minds for freedom and decency and justice. Now, the time around the 11th of November is not a time for politicking, but as soon as it's over, this party will redouble its efforts to oppose the war in Afghanistan and the proposed war proposed by many of our masters who should but do not know better against Iran. We are 110% behind our troops in places like Afghanistan with their heroism, their self-sacrifice and their bravery. But we are utterly opposed to those wars because they have nothing whatsoever to do with Britain or British interests or British freedom. So as soon as the Remembrance Day season is over, I urge all our people to redouble your efforts to campaign against the war in Afghanistan, to bring our boys and girls home, back to our shores, safe and sound.